Step inside my twisted world, where heroes will collide. Villains aren't the only evil, there are no fucking sides. Every match will test their stats, every loss and win are weighed. Any chance they thought they had could all end up in vain on Combo Breaker.
Aliens. They're a common fear amongst people because, well, they're unknown and God only knows what they're capable of or what they're planning on doing. But even the most dangerous beings can become heroes, like today's fighters. Stitch, Experiment 626, and Eddie Brock, aka Venom. Ah yes, Stitch, my personal favorite Disney character and movie, and for good reason too. Just like the Powerpuff Girls, he's equally adorable and deadly, making him perfect for a shit ton of things, including versus matches. And I'm kind of rambling now. Let's talk about Stitch's arsenal and powers. So Stitch has a healing factor that allows him to heal slowly over time, keeping himself in the fight for longer than he'd normally be able to. He also has razor-sharp claws, allowing him to slash into things, and he can grow and sprout out extra antennas, spines, and even 2 extra arms to allow him to destroy his opponent even quicker. He can also bite onto his legs and roll into a ball for extra mobility, kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog, except he doesn't turn into a spiked ball of doom. He also has super senses and even some degree of Toon Force, as well as extreme heat, plasma, and electricity resistance. He can spit acid to burn opponents just like the Xenomorph, except he doesn't look like some weird monstrosity. And he's also packing some real heat. Man, Stitch is a fucking gangster. Now he typically carries 4 plasma pistols that can fire out rapid fire or single shot plasma bolts, and he's even used a chainsaw before. Now Stitch is abnormally strong. He consistently picks up cars and swings them like baseball bats, which I can't imagine is legal to baseball. He's also shown to be stronger than Experiment 619, who was able to destroy a super large blizzard and return an entire island to its normal climate. Keep in mind, this blizzard was the size of a country. And Stitch can lift up to 360,000 pounds. Plus, he's bitten into minivans, uprooted trees, and hit golf balls so hard they caught on fire. Man, he would be really good at sports. I mean, leave it to Disney to give their characters the weirdest feats possible, but damn is he powerful. Well, Stitch is fast enough to react and dodge plasma fire with ease. He can move so fast that his body becomes a blur, catch plasma shots, and he's even dodged lightning before, because dear God, Stitch is super fast. He survived hits from Splody Head, aka Experiment 619. He's also survived driving a gas tanker into a volcano and then having it explode. What the fuck? That is a weird ass feat. He's also been shot thousands of times with plasma shots and was perfectly fine. He was able to catch the fist of an Experiment who runs so fast that he could split cars in half with his speed alone. I mean, Stitch is just a durable mofo, able to take a shit ton of abuse. Now, Stitch is also super smart, as he's actually escaped capture multiple times, including multiple prisons, and he can think faster than an alien supercomputer, and according to Jumba, Stitch knows molecular physics. I don't even know physics. Why the hell is Stitch smarter than me, and how can I get him to tutor me? Ugh. But Stitch isn't flawless. He can't swim, snow scares him, which is kind of weird, and if an object weighs even an ounce over that 360,000 pounds I said he could lift, then he won't be able to even move it. Like, what the actual fuck? That actually doesn't make any sense, but it's hilarious. No matter how you slice it, Stitch is one experiment that boasted some impressive results.
Aloha, gerbil boil.
Alright, I'm just gonna say it. I have an unpopular opinion. I fucking love the Venom movie. There, I said it. It was great. I really liked it. Now, please do not form an angry mob outside my house until after this episode. At least after this episode.
It's glow in the distance. Guys, look. Those idiots don't even know where we live.
So on to what Venom's actually capable of doing, and oh boy, is Venom a monster. Venom's symbiote is capable of transformation, as it can restructure itself into various things such as tentacles, spikes, and even wings to allow him to fly. He can form into a variety of disguises and shapeshift to resemble normal clothes, as well as camouflage itself. Man, this thing is stupid versatile. Where do I get one of these? Oh, I have to go find one in space? Damn it, my rocket's out of fuel though. I knew I should have gone to the moon to see if it was cheese. It wasn't even good cheese. It was like a cheap cheddar. God, that's such a waste of rocket fuel, and that shit's expensive. Well, he can climb on any wall as well as create organic webbing like Spider-Man, but obviously his is organic. So it's kind of like a web of skin, and that's actually disgusting. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to swallow some vomit there. He can use his symbiote to fuck with electronics through their wiring. That's actually really versatile. Dude, could you imagine how much of a dick you could be by like messing with someone's phone charger? Oh, that'd be so awesome. Venom also has an immunity to earthly diseases and poisons and can negate the spider sense, which is incredibly useful when fighting Spider-Man, pretty much useless everywhere else. He also has a pretty awesome healing factor as he can regrow entire limbs and even heal after his head was bisected. He can also heal from almost all cancers and sicknesses just by touching a sick person. Yeah, if only he was a doctor instead of a villain. He'd make a lot of money that way, actually. He can also track a person simply by their smell like a wild animal, which is incredibly useful when you're fighting someone who likes to hide. Venom has been shown to be superior to Spider-Man physically, and keep in mind, Spider-Man can launch the Hulk and one-shot a T-Rex. And even just his symbiote has beaten Spider-Man in combat before on more than one occasion. And not to mention, while Venom was weakened, he was still able to lift a huge carnival ride, which is absolutely amazing. He's quick enough to keep up with Spider-Man in combat, the same Spider-Man who consistently dodges bullets, and has even dodged lightning before. Not to mention he's tagged Quicksilver and caught Thor's hammer, and Venom's able to easily keep up with him. He's survived gunshots and beatings from Spider-Man, the same Spider-Man who, as I mentioned, could physically move the Hulk at high speeds, and throw around Luke Cage, and he's even taken a punch from the Hulk and other Marvel heroes before as well. And while Venom is smart enough to keep a super genius like Spider-Man on his toes in a fight, he's kind of mentally insane, and his symbiote has altered his mental state. Plus, Venom's highly weak to sound waves and sonic attacks, plus heat can be a huge problem for him as well. But no matter what, you can't escape from Eddie when you get hit by his Venom.
Scream piss off. It talks to you like you don't belong. It tells you you're in the wrong field.
Alright, our combatants are set. Let's see which deadly alien threat will come out on top in a fight to the death. Holy shit! That match just ended with one hell of a boom. Well, our winner is Stitch, and with good reason too. If we pick this match apart stat by stat, Stitch's victory becomes very, very clear. When it came to strength and durability, Venom clocks in about large town to maybe small city level, as he's been confirmed to be stronger than Spider-Man who launched the Hulk. Stitch, on the other hand, is strong enough to trade blows with Leroy and beat other experiments who have the kinetic energy required to overpower a country-sized blizzard, giving Stitch easily island to even country-level strength and durability. So Stitch takes strength and durability by a lot and with ease. Speed, on the other hand, is where Venom actually takes an advantage. Venom is faster than Spider-Man, who can catch Thor's hammer that moves at 60,000 times the speed of light, so Venom is easily massively faster than light when it comes to reaction speed and fighting speed. Stitch, on the other hand, is only massively hypersonic, dodging lightning and catching plasma shots. So while Stitch will struggle to land blows on Venom, he'll only need to land a few hits before the match is over, whereas Venom will actually have to slowly, over time, wear down Stitch, which is going to be hard seeing as though he has a healing factor. And yeah, Venom also has a healing factor, but it won't matter since Stitch does so much damage per hit. Honestly, Venom doesn't have many ways to actually do anything fatal to Stitch. Now, Venom's symbiote has some amazing powers like webbing, wings, and even spikes, but none of these will allow him to take a win over Stitch. And yeah, Stitch will struggle to hit Venom, but the fight's essentially a cheetah versus a tank. There's no way in hell the cheetah takes down a tank. Yeah, he's faster, but the tank's eventually gonna land that hit. Looks like Stitch was truly something to marvel at, whereas Venom was left as dead as his Rotten Tomatoes score. But in all honesty, I fucking love that movie. I saw it twice in the theaters. It was a great movie, and oh fuck, I shouldn't have mentioned that. The mob is coming. They're gonna get me. Oh, I am so dead. Our winner is Stitch. Next time on Combo Breaker.
I walk
Samurai Jack versus Kenshiro.